Hi there folks, it's Matt Hayson with this week's Market Wrap. Well, we were very interested to see the outcome of last Saturday's open homes 1 week after the election, and what we saw was a surge or improvement in buyer sentiment. In fact, I can't recall a previous election where we've seen such a significant and noticeable shift in terms of the buyer mood pre-election and then post-election. We also saw a jump in the number of buyers attending our open homes, up by 26% in our local market, and Domain reported that open home numbers right across Sydney were up by 18%. Now, back in March, we introduced this mood meter, and what we saw earlier in the year is buyers were still slightly on the fence, waiting to see what happened, maybe moving into a position to purchase a property. However, what we're now seeing is buyers are more in a position that they are looking to purchase and even touching on not wanting to miss out, as we've seen from some of our open homes on the weekend, which attracted great numbers, lots of contracts out and immediate offers. There's also plenty of positive indicators for the property market coming out at the present time. During the week, CBA reported a surge in new loan applications just 1 week after the election, hitting a 6-month high. Now, it's too early to call that a trend, but it's certainly a good indicator. Also, the Core Logic Index, which revalues over 10 million Australian homes on a daily basis, has noted that price declines are significantly decelerating, if not stopped altogether. Also, the ANZ Consumer Confidence Survey has gone up by 1.2% post-election. Now, that's trending to a historical high, which is also some pretty good news. Auction clearance rates, as you can see, are pretty much moving upwards across most of the capital cities. Here in Sydney last Saturday, it was sitting at 62%. Our local market reported a clearance rate at 80%. And then this final graph here, you can see with the blue dots noted that whenever there's an interest rate reduction, it's normally closely followed by a slight improvement in property prices. Now, with an interest rate reduction likely on the cards for June, it may see an improvement in property prices later in that month. But with all good news, we've got to look at the other side of the equation. AMP Capital came out during the week and said Sydney property prices are almost at the bottom, but it's unlikely we'll see a return to boom time conditions. Now, Dr. Shane Oliver originally forecasted that property prices here in Sydney would drop by 25% from top to bottom, and we're around 15% through that cycle. However, now with a coalition win and APRA looking to ease their assessment rate and a likelihood of an interest rate reduction, he's revised his forecast and suggested that property prices here in Sydney will likely top out at a reduction of 19%. He does then move on to say that property prices will bottom out in 2020 before moving into a longer constrained period of price growth. He does note that the challenges will include things like poor affordability, high debt levels, tighter lending and rising unemployment, which will all contribute to containing price growth into the future. But as it stands at the present time, we're seeing improving confidence right across the property market, and in our view, there hasn't been a better time to be out there and looking for a new purchase over the winter months. So that's all we've got time for, folks. It is the first day of winter this Saturday. We've got some beautiful properties coming onto the market, and our entire team looks forward to seeing you out and about. Thanks for watching.